Hi, this is Mike Heinum with Heinum Law in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what we believe the top employment law issues are going to be in 2016 and going forward that business owners are going to be dealing with here in Pennsylvania. First, there are a lot of transgender issues, as you know. We've had recent legislation and fights in North Carolina about who can use bathrooms. We have same-sex marriage legislation, and there are a lot of issues related to transgender and same-sex marriage issues that you need to be aware of. Secondly, there's something called ban the box legislation. You have to be very careful now about how early in the process you are asking people whether they have a criminal background. Some states are actually saying you can't do it. There's legislation being passed across the country, and it's something you need to keep an eye on, because if you are asking that question too early, it could get you into trouble. Third, overtime pay. There used to be a lot of exemptions for when overtime needed to be paid. Now those loopholes are closing. If there is any question, check with your attorney or call us, but when in doubt, expect that you probably are going to need to pay overtime. New guidance on employee handbooks. The National Labor Relations Board has said that employees can now talk about wages. They can make comments that are sometimes derogatory toward the employer. Those things used to be punishable. Now, with free speech expansion and other things, employees are able to say things and do things and have conversations that they were not heretofore allowed to have. Social media. Be careful about using things like Facebook or any other social media applications when looking for information about whether to hire someone or whether to discipline someone in the workplace. The new definition of co-employer status or joint employer status. Sometimes there are issues related to franchise agreements where you have one employer or another employer and who actually employs the person, and you have to look at who has the control and who gets to make the rules. And you need to really be aware of the joint employer status rules when you're talking about having any kind of a relationship with another company where you're sharing employees. Trade secrets and confidential information. Don't put the stuff in the cloud. Keep it tight. Make sure that your data security is up to par. You don't want people to be able to hack in and access private information in this day and age. New injury and illness requirements. OSHA now is requiring that employers fill out reports and send them in regarding any workplace deaths, hospitalizations, amputations, or losses of eyes. Paid sick leave. You have to be aware that a lot of states, and there are people out there who are making a push to require employees to provide a certain amount of paid sick leave or paid time off. Keep your eye on that issue, because it's something that undoubtedly will raise its head at some point in Pennsylvania. Finally, the 1099 worker. When you want to pay someone as a 1099 independent employee as opposed to a W-2 or a 1099 independent contractor as opposed to a W-2 employee, be very careful. The exemptions and the allowances for being able to use someone as a 1099 contract worker are really being scrutinized, and it's becoming harder and harder to pass muster. When in doubt, consider someone that is probably going to be an employee of your company, and if you really want them to be a 1099 independent contractor, make sure that you closely work with your labor law attorney to make sure that you have the proper things in place so that you don't end up getting yourself in trouble down the road. If you have questions about these or any other issues, please give us a call here at Heinum Law. Our website is www.heinumlaw.com. Our phone number is 717-774-1357. Again, this is Mike Heinum with Heinum Law, and thank you for watching.